A man-parent in relation with his child or his children. Yes, that's a father. How y'all doing out there? Peace to everybody at the sound of my voice. My name is Derek Bargenier, aka Black Watch, neighborhood hero from Fayetteville City, North Carolina. I'm an artist and an actor. My most blessed talent and biggest role in life is being a father. Today I'd like to present to y'all not only a great idea, but a most needed subject to be spoken on. So with this video, I want to shine a little light on the importance of a father's presence, which is in fact the title of this video. I just feel like in our society today, the light on fatherhood is very dim and almost dark. More so in my culture, respectfully. This is not about scoring any personal points or anything like that, because for me, this is about the very importance of a father's position in the family structure. So with this video, assisted with my own kids, on how the presence of their fathers helped them in their life from then to now. So in a positive light, I'm hoping to reach those fathers in all situations and circumstances, far and near, to bring more awareness to fatherhood and the importance of a father's presence. So please watch to the end, enjoy, and leave comments. Peace.
Oh, everybody's just getting taller than you.
You gotta, and everybody is taller than you.
I do nothing crazy, guys.
Why are you so far away like you don't like us in this video?
Stupid. I'm over here holding my shit. Save that one. I'm still lazy. Nah, that look cool. That look good right there.
That's a good one.
I was videotaping the
Crazy.
whole time. You see y'all was talking, John.
Where is it?
Ready? Introduction, please give your name.
Jacquez, the swaggiest of the three. Jacquez Bargenier.
Nautical Bargenier, the oldest of the bunch, a mother.
Then you got Noel Bargenier, the craziest of the bunch. They just don't know it yet.
My father to me is my best friend, my confidant. I can literally run to my dad and tell him anything. Whether I want to hear his response or not, I can literally run to my dad and tell him any and everything.
My father to me is my role model, a person who I admire even without saying it. Somebody who I look up to in everyday life and he inspires me to be the man that he is today. My pops to me is a mentor. I can pick up the phone and without even trying, I could just, be on the phone for 2 to 3 hours just talking about life with Pops. So my Pops to me is a mentor. My Pops served, he was more of a stay at home, but also worked. He worked a 9 to 5, but came home and took care of the house, did the cooking, homework, all that type of stuff. So what that does for me now that I'm grown, it really helped me prioritize. So like get stuff in line, like almost build like a timeline of the day without even trying. Purpose that my father, like he said, like Josh said, he was stay at home. He also worked when he could, provided whenever he could as well. And up to this day, he still provides whenever he can. He's just a phone call away. Tell him the situation that you're in, and he'll do his best to get you out of it.
Like my brother said, he was a more at-home father. Yes, he worked, but he was more at home. Made sure we were on top of our schoolwork, the house chores. You do what you need to do, and then you can do what you want to do. Lord Jesus. But like my brother Jacquez said, it definitely helped prioritize when you can plan out your day-to-day
I recently I want to say about last year, became close with my father. It was a time where he had came back up to visit. I texted him, shoot him a text, and during his visit, it was just an off feeling for me. So I just made sure to shoot him a text like, hey, I understand like we don't have the best relationship, but the relationship that we have now, I couldn't ask for anything better.
I became close with my dad since I came out of my mama. Tell me, that's been my dog since day one. Can't nobody tell me nothing about my daddy.
I think I always been close with my pops. We did a lot of extracurricular activities together. Like he coached a baseball team I was on, and we was always just doing stuff together. So I think I always been close with my pops. It's funny. Man, I got too many stories though. I can't really. If I want to, say one, I say I think I got in trouble in school for. I think I was just going on like a 2-week run, just getting in trouble, getting the school called, and he popped up to the school, and I guess he seen me joking around with my friends, and he just lashed out. And we got into it in the school, and from the school to the house, I was getting it. So, and he took everything from me. Man, it's a lesson in it, man. But I can't really like tell y'all what it is. I just feel like it's internal. That's an internal lesson to me. Being that we got the bond we got, I can't really like put it into words. It's just something I know is there, and I move how I move now based off of, that situation.
Like Josh said, it's a lot of stories. I could tell y'all about a time when my dad made me upset. But being that I'm a mom, probably when it comes to my son's dad, he tried to warn me a lot of times about the stuff I would vent to him about. It would go in one ear and out the other because of the love I had for my son's dad. But I see now that, like my dad told me, I'm the prize. I know what I bring to the table, and I refuse to settle for less.
As it was stated before, there's a lot of stories where Pops made me upset, in one ear and out the other. But the most recent time is with my car. He always told me whenever it needed repairs or any maintenance to go ahead and schedule it and get it done right then and there. I would always wait off into it due to financial stuff, or I just didn't know what to do. But the lesson he taught me is always stay on top of my things.
My daddy was all of that. But most importantly, he was understanding. You could literally come to my dad about anything. He's not the type of person where you think you gotta hide stuff from him. Yeah, even though I did. You gotta hide stuff from him or anything like that. He's very understanding. He tries to see every side that's involved in whatever story or situation you bring to him. But he was definitely all three. He was.
Like my sister said, man, my pops he was all of it. It was mean, strict, stern, and understanding. He was all for it because I feel like it was, 2 generations before us. It was his pops, him, and then us. So it was, he did everything that we wanted to do and thought we could do. So anything that was, that we was going through, we could have ran to Pops and he would have let us know what it was. You feel me?
Of course I love my father. Why? Because that's the person who created me. That's one of the people that drills motivation, inspiration into my head to be a man who I wish to become and the man that I can be proud of.
I'm gonna cry. Do I love my dad? Come on, people. Y'all know the answer to that. Of course I love my dad. Like my brother said, he's the one that created me. I am a daddy's girl to the T. I call my dad about everything. Somebody make me mad. Oh my God, let me call my dad. I love my dad. Damn. Like I told y'all, can't nobody tell me nothing about my dad. That's my heart. And I'm crying.
Hell yeah, I love my pops. Why do I love my pops? Because he was always there. You know, my pops is that man.
I don't think there's anything I would change about my dad. Not one thing. I love exactly who he has been, exactly who he is now. No matter what life throws at him, he never stops. He never stops. He finds a way. He makes a way out of nothing every time. And that's motivation for me. Even though I'm the only girl, it's motivation for me that no matter what life throws at you, because life be life, you never give up.
One thing that I would change about my father is I wish he could be more understanding for the person that I am. I'm more of a antisocial person. And whenever he asks me if I'm okay, if anything's upset, and I just have a RBF on my face, and I tell him there's nothing wrong, he continues to ask, more questions like, "Are you sure?" and everything. I just wanted to reiterate that, I am fine, even though I'm not responsive. I'm cool. I'm vibing out. Everything else, no, I wouldn't change a thing about my father. Well, my father wasn't always there when growing up, but he was there whenever he needed to be. Anything that we needed growing up, if my mother wasn't able to provide, or if she wasn't able to give answers to the questions that we were asking her, we could always go to our father and ask him the same questions. He'll give a more direct answer or try to be more understanding and giving the answer to the questions. So that affects our relationship now to this day, and it improves it a lot more than I ever wished for.
Well, because I'm older, my daddy, was always there. Yeah, he was always there. It was never a time that he wasn't there. Just because him and my mom weren't together doesn't mean he wasn't there. So he was always a phone call away. He was always a car ride up the street. Any of that. Anytime I needed my dad, any time of the night, he was there. It makes our relationship 100 times better now because, like I said, now that I'm a mom, raising a boy, anything that I need, any questions I have, I can call my dad about anything.
His presence, it was a huge effect on me because if he wasn't there, ain't no telling what I would have amounted to or been out here doing. So with him being there, I feel like it it made me, I didn't walk a straight line, but my line wasn't, left or right. I was on a pretty nice little path. So I feel like with him being there, it definitely helped me become the man I am today for sure.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, boom.
But
Anything y'all want to ask me?
man, how was it raising 3 kids at 25?
Well,
Cause I'm 25 now. Oh, I was. No, I'm 27 now. I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
me
to
too.
25.
Yeah, you
so
feel me? We right there with no kids, by the way. So
it was, first of all, it was something I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But as a 25-year-old, my mind, it's a mind state, man. I was I just knew I had to be there because my father was there. You know what I'm saying? So, and just the idea of always having a kid, me, growing up, you know what I'm saying, and the emotion I harbored and chips on my shoulder of things that was going on and that I didn't see clear in my household or growing up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do a little different with y'all, however many I had. But I didn't want to exceed what my mom had. My mother had 3, so I wanted 3, at least. But it's just something I always wanted to do, son. It was fun. It was fun to me because I had I was always a kid. I'm a kid now. I, had y'all to play with. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together.
Yeah.
We was young, you know what I'm saying? We was 19 when your sister was born. You know? So, and then you came, and then your younger brother came, but what really sparked it though, it was my story. It was February 3rd, 1996, when your sister was born. I remember it like yesterday. It was a blizzard outside, basically. Fact check it, Google it. It was snowing that day. But we was 30 deep in the hotel lobby, in the waiting room. 30 deep, really. And Grandma and them was there, and we just had a ball, but I actually seen her born. You know what I'm saying? Your brother had a C-section, so I actually seen your sister being took out of your mother, and that just did something for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's a critical moment for me as a father to see that and to let that out. But I don't know, bro. I just did it. You know what I'm saying? There's no manual to it. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of nights I cried. You know, plenty of nights I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But your grandma and them helped us out a lot. You know what I'm saying? But still, it was, y'all are mine. You know, so and being that young, you have a lot of things going on, coming at you. And this shit that I was into was, like I said, it was a mind state. But I never thought not to come home. So, and even chasing the music and, the entertainment and things like that. And, it's just a beautiful thing for me, man. So, yeah, it's the most honorable position a man could be in. Anybody else?
How was it raising a girl? You got two boys, so how was it raising a girl?
Well, the girl, baby, like I said, you was born first, so me and you had the connection first, so that don't mean that you're the favorite. That doesn't mean that, so. But, I think to keep it 100 with you, babe, I think it's more difficult now. And I'm not raising you now because you're a grown woman, but it's more difficult now because you have your own way of thinking. And, you got your own situation going on in your life. But, like I said, and like you said in the program, a lot of things I would say that get you upset that you didn't want to hear, but I never tell you a lie, especially about something that I know and that you're going through and the knowledge that I have to transfer to you so you can live out. But it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful raising a girl. I didn't mind. I'm glad you was first, though. I'm glad you was first. That's a fact.
The favorite. I don't know why he won't admit it.
That's my favorite right here. That's my grand.
Well, he came out of me, guys, so what's that mean?
You got something you want to say, sir?
I do got a question for you.
What's up?
How was it different raising me from the moment I came out to you to raising all three of us together?
Difference? Well, it wasn't really a difference in raising y'all, you know what I mean? Because all y'all pretty much doorsteps. But the difference in probably the relationship, like you were stating in the program, is at that time of your conceivance and say your birth and your raising and coming into the household, things were a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So, and about time you got to an age where you was understanding of what was going on, I was gone. Well, out the house, gone, So I know that left you with a lot of questions and a lot of emotions unanswered and things like that. And as a father, I know that. And that's why I ask you, You know, so I know you're an introvert and you like to be by yourself and things like that. And that might be due to, you know what I'm saying, things that you experienced within the household growing up. You know what I mean? I understand that. You got two other siblings that, you know, went through things that you seen do this and do that. But it wasn't really a difference, son. I love all y'all equal, whether y'all believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only difference is the relationship with me and mom's was a little shaky then, and you know what I'm saying? By the time, like I said, you got to an understanding, you know what I mean? We had parted, so that's what that was.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it so important that we always stick together? Because you know how you always say y'all are all each other got. Because I know siblings who don't even rock with each other. So why is that so important to you?
And you know, at times we can bump heads.
Yeah, of course. Y'all siblings. Y'all supposed to. Y'all you growing up with each other. Y'all have different ideas and different views of things. But raising y'all, reason why I tell y'all to stick together like that is because within our culture, our family structure is all over the place. And it's been like that for generations after generations after generation. Especially, like you said, you know, siblings that don't even get along, you know what I mean, or talk, or even know each other for that matter. Like I said, it's a lot of situations and circumstances out there that I just don't want y'all to go through as a three. It's power in numbers, and it's strength, in your blood. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all stick together, regardless, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's anything that should separate y'all for longer than a week or two. And I know, you know what I'm saying, your circumstances of, especially Noel and you, of living together and things like that, you know what I mean? Attitudes and shit like that can clash, which is normal. But like I said, it's not nothing that should tear y'all apart for months and months and months and shit like that. And you know what I mean? That's why I always tell y'all that, to bring y'all out of that energy. But you know, the older y'all get, Lord forbid, I pass before y'all, you know what I'm saying, as it should be, that I want to go knowing that I did my part. At least I know I gave y'all the knowledge for y'all to harvest and do what y'all do with it. So that's why I tell y'all that, man, because all y'all got, even when you go out and create your own families, y'all should always be able to come back together for whatever reason. And family, you know what I'm saying, not because y'all blood makes y'all family, it's the relationship, the connection, the communication, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, being there for the good and the bad times. So that's what that is. That's why I always tell y'all that.
Dang, that was deep. Okay.
I got a.
Go ahead, son.
What was it at first sight when I was born?
Oh man, that's a good question, son. Because again, it's funny how life is. Because everything comes full forward. Everything comes, you know what I'm saying, full circle. So, like I told you, or like I said earlier, I seen your mother born, right?
Mhm.
So, I also seen you born. So, I don't know if remember I sent you them pictures of your mom, me holding your mother, and then me and your grandmother holding you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like 20 years apart, same amount of years between me and her when she was born.
Mhm.
So to see that as my grandson, my first grand, it was ecstatic, man. Because like I say, man, the things, you know what I'm saying, the things I was into, and a young man just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it through, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all are healthy within your own zone, doing your own good thing. And then you come. That's like a whole nother breath, a whole whole nother jump on life. It's the restart. It's like the respawn on GTA.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. So you being here is really inspires what's going on right here, and you know, it gives me the chance to live my youth again with you. When, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do when we get together. We gonna bang and we gonna sweat it out. So pause. But yeah, man, just being a father, man, is the most honorable thing ever happened to me, man. I was blessed to be the father of you guys, like I tell you all the time, together individually, man. Y'all inspire me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because in all three of y'all are different, but I see a piece of me in all three of y'all. And you know what I'm saying, we clash too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I understand, and you know, I ain't gonna say I don't care. I don't care, but I don't care in that manner, but you know, it is what it is. So my pops never told me nothing sweet, my uncle never told me nothing sweet, so the same way I give it to y'all is just how I was raised, and you know what I'm saying, just straight to the point, and you know, straight like that. So that's just all I know, man. And I just wanted to give y'all me, and always let y'all know who your father was through all the stages of y'all growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all was always with me, and I just wanted the transparency to be there, so it'll reciprocate when y'all went through as a father or a parent and a child. You don't have no relationship with your child is, you know what I'm saying? I see that a lot, and it's, you know what I'm saying? It's painful, and I can just imagine if I didn't, if I couldn't talk to one of y'all, didn't have a relationship that I wanted or needed with y'all. So that's what that is.
Understanding.
His face is with me 24/7 everywhere I go. You look just like your daddy.
Oh my God.
Very understanding.
All right.
Yeah, man. So you know, and being I ain't gonna say I'm like I'm a celebrity, but you know what I'm saying. Well, I grew up here in the city that y'all are currently in, or grew up in, and I know that could be annoying running. You know what I'm saying, running into your teachers and things like that. Like I always told y'all when y'all made it to junior high, anyway, your name is on the wall. So anything y'all do, I've been there and done that already. Y'all, the same phone calls is gonna come through. So. You know what I'm saying?
I would rather be in a different state with people who are afraid of them.
Yeah, so when the phone calls come through, I'm at home to catch them. At that time, your mother's at work, and I did a lot of third shift, so I'm at home sleep. And like I said, y'all have a run, like Ja had a run of just acting up in school. So this particular morning, the story he was speaking on, you know what I'm saying, story number 2. I'm gonna tell a real live story though. So his mother called me and was like, "Yo, your son, the school just called me. Your son just got in trouble again." So I'm like, "All right." Woke me up out my sleep. So I'm like, "Yo, this dude is just wilding, man. I'm about to go." So I get up. I ain't even wash my face, brush my teeth, or nothing. I just threw on my shoes and I went straight to the school. I walked in the office and I was like, Jacquest Bargenet, what class is he in? You know what I'm saying? In that tone, straight face. Even though I knew the lady behind the counter, I was just furious. I won't seeing nothing but this dude's face.
I could bet.
And she was like, he's in such and such class, but the bell about to ring in a few minutes if you want to wait. I said, perfect. So I go out in the hallway. Hold on, son. So I go out in the hallway and I'm waiting. And the bell rings and kids just start coming out the class. And I'm just standing there, and I'm like, yo, I hope I see this dude. And Lord showed me the light. He had the locker. He came with his friend. I'm like, this is showing out, boom, boom. So I stepped to him, and I'm like, And right before I got to him, it's like he seen a ghost when he looked up and he seen me. He was like, and I just reached out and I grabbed him and threw him on the locker. And he cursed at me. Yeah, so, yeah, he cursed at me. So that's when I, you know what I mean? That's when the light turned on. And the crazy thing is, though, man, but the most powerful thing about the story is, as a father, I was way bigger. If I was younger, way bigger. You know what I'm saying? As a father, big black dude in the school system like that, and the hallways were full of kids. And while me and my son was having this debate, the principal and the officer of the school let us occupy the gym, and they stood by each door so nobody can get in. So he tried himself. So every time he would step to me, I'd jack him up and throw him. We did that like 3 or 4 times. And to the car, same thing on the way home. You know, we even had to pull over and almost get into it. But you know, and even at home, like he said, I was gonna sit in the school and sneaky see cut grass in and the clothes and everything. But his mother put a stop to that. But but all y'all stories combined, man, or individually, man, just growing pains, man, because, you know, I done worse, a lot worse, that I didn't get caught for. A lot of things that I've done in school. Had my mother or father found, especially my father, if my father would have found out something that I've done in school, oh my God, to the degree. But I did get caught with fireworks in school at once, you know what I'm saying, as a youngin'. So, like I say, I just lock in with y'all, man, and I just understand everything that you're going through on every level at every point in your life. And I just, you know what I'm saying, I just want to be there. Sometimes I know I could be overbearing, you know what I mean, with the lectures. It's like Cliff Huxtable. You know, Bill Cosby raised us, and when he gave his lectures, his kids was, you know, like, oh, Pops, here we go again. But, you know, and my Pops did the same thing. And I'm older, and I'm your father, and even still, I can still hear my father's voice in my head when I'll be about to go over the ledge. So, you know, all of that in a boiling pot, man. Like I said, I thank God for all 3 of y'all individually. I love all y'all the same. And I wish all y'all the best. And I just love y'all, man, to life, man. I can't, I mean, there's nothing else in life that, you know, so I would rather repeat than y'all being born again and doing it all over again, you know what I mean? But from now until the end, we can get better, or y'all can get better, you know what I'm saying, with each other, and everybody can get better. And that's the purpose of this video, man. Just like I said, I want to touch all the fathers around the world in any situation or circumstance, man. Anything else?
No, straight.
That's good.
A man parent in relation with his child or his children. Yes, that's a father. A man parent in relation with his child or his children. Fathers across the world, that's a father. Yo, for those that didn't think I could do it, but she knew it. I'm still a baby myself, just young and stupid. I put my all into it, no excuses. I'm still the father of the year and I can prove it. I'm still thugging, I was blessed to live through it. The streets should honor you for all of us responsible. This position is honorable, it's no manual. I spent nights trying to see it through. I can only speak for myself, I'm top shelf. I see my firstborn through birth, respect death. Man, woman, and child are just resets. I'm a grandfather now, that's my biggest flex. It takes patience to wants to build relations. Tough love, time spent make the world a difference. Kids show they consistent intention. It's nature's given, we the highest. No respect without trying. No respect without trying. Yo, a man's reflection through his seeds is a major blessing. Imagine how I'm feeling when I'm flexing. From the phrase I'm pregnant, they need our presence. Shout out my kids, they know what it is. What they pops, no quiz. Front line every time, rain or shine with mine. Right or wrong, we gon' weather the storm. The highest respect for my pops, I'm my parents' only born. He put his boots on the ground and raised 2 for my moms. Death to a coward's what you do within the hour. Repeat your title with conviction, feel the power. Repeat your title with conviction, feel the power. I'm a father, I'm a father, I'm a father, I'm a father, I'm a father. Made my blood flow on like the Nile water. It's power in numbers. Let's take back what the agenda took from us. No better lesson than a father's Mufasa. Let's get the village back in order. The devil's taking over. Respect the neighbor, run the cord for the cable. Let's get back to Sunday dinner with Pops at the head of the table. Yeah. Shout out to all the fathers in the world. It's real shit. It's levels of this, man. Love the babies, man. Yo, I'm here to honor you. For all of you responsible, this position is honorable. God bless those that see it through. God bless those that see it through. I'm here to honor you. For all of us responsible, this position is honorable. God bless those that see it through. God bless those that see it through. I'm a father. I'm a father, I'm a father.
Pops getting old, man. You gotta sit down some days. But there's nothing that I would change. I love my pops, and I wish he could understand the love I have for him more than what I can express in words.
Job.
Man, you did your thing with this, and I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna touch a lot of people. And I appreciate you for, one, thinking of it and having us do it with you. It's a great experience, and I can't wait to see what it's gonna amount to for sure.
Say a question or not.
I love you the mostest. I'm his favorite, y'all. I'm his favorite. Only girl. Definitely the favorite. But I love my dad. Without him, I definitely wouldn't be the woman that I am today. That's my doggy, y'all. That's my doggy.